The other day, someone messaged me on Instagram and said, can you do a tutorial on sheep? And I thought that was such a fun idea. I love getting suggestions from you all on what to draw and paint. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna paint some adorable little sheep. Now to start, I'm gonna do a little bit of drawing ahead of time just so that I know where to not paint. So I'm gonna do just a little bit of a head. So a little kind of V-like head. I'm gonna do 2 sheep today. So I'm gonna do 2 V-like heads. And now I know that I wanna keep that empty while I paint the fluffy body of the sheep. Now, as you know, my style is not super realistic. A little bit more cartoon, a little more illustrative. So we're not going for the perfect sheep here today, but we're gonna take some fun basic techniques and give them a try. So for the body of the sheep, we're gonna do a wet on wet. So I've got plain water on my brush, and I'm gonna do it just at the base of this sheep head, so right underneath the chin. And then I'm gonna start by just making kind of a circle where the body of the sheep is. So this is gonna be really round because sheep are so fluffy. And then once I've got kind of a basic circle sort of shape, I'm gonna make it a bit more fluffier. So I'm gonna use the tip of my brush to poke out this circle. So I like to turn and use the tip of my brush to push out. So I'm aiming with the tip of my brush to make these little bumps and divots around the sheep's body. Okay, then I'm gonna be waking up some brown and black kind of together. Maybe I'll make them in one of these little tiny wells. I'm also obsessed with this paint palette. I will link it in the description below because it is gorgeous. And when we are making beautiful things, it's fun to use beautiful things. So having this paint palette is perfect for this. I'm mixing brown and black together. And then let's see. So it's a bit of a warmer gray black tone. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of drip. You'll notice it's very, very light, which is the point. Because sheep are really mostly white, right? So I'm just dripping a few little bits. I'm gonna dry off my brush and lift out some bits. But I want there to be this sort of texture of, well, fluffiness, right? It's a sheep, but it should be a very light fluffiness. So it's mostly light tones, but it's all kind of blending together. I think I might actually do a little bit of blue. Oh, that's purple. A little bit of blue in with this. And just again, just kind of dripping it and then drying and taking it out. So I'm kind of going back and forth to get this nice little mixture of fun tones, tints and shades, trying to get a variety. Now, I wish I had a bit more contrast. So I'm gonna put a few darker drips right along the bottom and maybe kind of a few other spots, just for variety's sake. Sheep are messy, they're out in the field. And at this point, before it dries, I can change my fluffiness if I see some bits that are too pointy. I'm going for kind of round fluff. So I don't want it to be super pointy, so I can fix that. Okay, now I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna do the little head of the sheep. So plain water right above the triangle here. I'm doing kind of spirals, little circles. Use that same color and just kind of drip it in, maybe just like that. Not do a lot, because again, I don't want to make the whole thing one new color. I want to see the different colors inside of it. And then I'm gonna do 2 little ears. So I'm just gonna, from the top, pull these little floppy oval triangles down. Lovely. Again, while it's still wet, we're gonna keep moving. And then I'll do my second sheep. I'll do it again so you can see it twice. I'm gonna get some black, wipe off the extra water so it's not super wet. And I'm gonna start in the body and I'm gonna pull down. If I start down and pull up, I'm gonna have a really big bloom go into the body of the sheep. So I'm gonna start in the body and pull down. Wherever you lift up your brush, that's where the extra paint goes. I want that to be at the base here. I'm gonna do this for 4 little legs, but the back legs are gonna be a little bit shorter to make them look like they're further behind the front legs. Easy peasy, just like that. Let's do this again for our second sheep. This sheep is gonna be turned sideways. So I'm gonna do my wet on wet. So again, kind of against the head, but I'm not gonna go all the way to the right, or to the left. I'm gonna go stick to the right, and I'm gonna make my watery, fluffy body to the side. So we're looking at the side of this sheep. I'm gonna go get my gray-brown mixture. Maybe get a little bit more of it. And just drip it in a few places, letting it run around and bleed naturally because the paint will go wherever it is wet. And I put that wet down first, so that is where my paint is going to bleed. I like to that a little bit of blue. You can barely tell it's there, but it's just something fun. And that's it. All right, wash my brush and I'm gonna do the head of this sheep, same as before. Some wet water. Water's always wet, don't worry about it. And kind of give it that fun afro. I'm gonna add a few little drops of paint, dry off my brush if I did a lot, and I can soak it back up again like a sponge. To make the ears, I'm gonna pull down from its head and make little skinny ovals to make my flappy little sheep ears. While it's still wet, I can change the shape of the body. So if I don't like the ratio, I feel like the body's a little small, I can, while it's still wet, I can push it out a little further and make it a little bit bigger. That's better. Okay, again, while it's still wet, I'm gonna get my black paint, not too much water, otherwise it'll bloom a lot. And I'm gonna start in the body and I'm gonna pull down. In the body and pull down. Just plain black. Again, the back legs are gonna start in the body, but they're gonna be not quite as long. So stop just a little bit above where that closer to us leg is. Same, just like the front sheep, but these ones, it's gonna go every other. So here, this is a leg that's closer to us. It's a left leg. This is a right leg, it's a little bit shorter. See how that just creates a little bit of perspective? And then I'm gonna use some plain gray and just give it a little bit of a tail by pulling that edge of the body out a little bit. All right, I gotta make sure these sheep are dry before I finish them up. So I'm gonna use my heat gun. You can also just wait for them to dry or use a hair dryer, whatever works for you. Okay, now I'm gonna give them a little face. I'm just gonna do curved little cute eyes. I've got kind of a triangle nose with kind of like your classic puppy dog face where it's got the triangle nose and the little fish hooks to the side. And then I'm just gonna use some loose wiggly pen work to trace where this fluffy body is. So I'm kind of creating a bumpy line, but I'm jumping my pen up and down. I'm not making it continuous. I'll go around its cute little ears. I'll do a few extra little fluffs in the middle, kind of like I'm spiraling. So the curves are always facing towards the inside of the sheep body. That just gives it a bit more texture, a bit more fun. Again, bumpy lines, lifting my pen up and down so it's not creating a solid continuous line. It makes it a bit more textured. I can also trace the legs. If you want to give them little hooves, you can just add kind of an extra line. Depends on how dark your black is. You can even see that if it's even worth it. Just going right around them. We're gonna keep it loose. If you miss a spot or you don't follow it exactly, no big deal. Stay loose. That's part of the fun of watercolor, right? I'm not gonna forget about this little tail. And there we have it. Now you could give that that sheep some grass to stand on, even adding paint if you want to. I don't know, I kind of like how they are just in their own little world. I feel like I could repeat these sheep and fill up this whole page, and that would be a pretty cute little pattern or design. So I'm not gonna add a ground or a background, but if you have a landscape that needs a sheep or a fluffy friend, now you know how to do it and you can stick them in your next landscape. I hope you had fun with this one. If you're looking for more things to paint, check out the description to get my latest 30 prompts so that you never have to figure out what to paint when you sit down and you have the creative urge to do so. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Happy painting.